and welcome to Random Ish with Sandra. I'm back, and look. Are you looking in the mirror? Is it double? Is it double? Is it double? What? Okay, let me calm down. Let me calm down. Very excited. My co-host, Miss Mini Me. You can tell him your name.
Oh, Alexis.
Listen, since everybody else is doing it, I was like, we jumping on the bandwagon too. You understand? Now, technically, you know what's really cute though is that we are almost matching when
our colors go together.
we're looking pretty good. You know what I mean?
Like, we're giving autumn.
You know,
something,
autumn, fall. Hello. You know, when you were like 11, remember before we left Florida and we went and did that mother-daughter Mother's Day thing?
Yeah.
So I have secretly, I've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I'm just saying. So this is nothing new. Okay, I was totally down with Melissa and Joan Rivers. Okay, all right. Okay, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait till she grows up. So we got a lot to talk about today.
Yes. 2022 has been a time.
Shall we say it's been a time. That I like the way that you put that. It's been a very interesting, great year, you know. But there's been lots that has gone on that I think that we definitely want to touch base about. So we got we'll do a little quick wrap up with 2022. I've got the nerd in me. So Alex is kind of like, you know, she kind of like helps me with like making sure that I'm like looking good and everything. Like I'll consult with her and stuff like that. Like how, like, is this good? Are we good? Are we good? You know what I'm saying? But I also have this like nerdy side of me. When we went to the store, and she could attest that I saw a telescope and damn near lost my mind.
Yes.
Oh my God, I have to get this now. So we'll be talking some space stories. That's actually like part of my personality. It's not just, you know, me just putting on the front.
Yes, not just for camera. This is authentic.
As you hear in the background. That's some other changes that we will be talking about. The new household changes that we are all dealing with, which is part of the reason why you haven't seen a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it real. Also, we got the random question. Oh wait, hold on. Look, I'm over here doing all kinds of. Look, I'm out of like practice. Like, right? I got to get it together. We got the random question coming up. So we got all of that coming up for you on a Random Ish with Sandra. And welcome back to Random Ish with Sandra. So, this is actually your first. Oh my God, this is actually her first show. Like, I've taken you to interviews,
Yes,
right?
Yes. We've been places.
We've been places.
I was there for the live interview when you I cannot remember his name.
What's his Taboo? I think
Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas. I remember I was little. I was just like, oh wow.
You probably don't remember the time that we scared the shit out of DL Hughley. So what had happened was one time he came to the station in Kansas, right? And he was leaving and they called me. They were like, I was then known as Lisa Evans. They were like, you got to get down here. He's getting ready to leave, right? So in we come. He's coming out the hallway. We're coming down the hallway. I think he thought we were just like a listener, and because I had her with me. I think he just thought we were just an excited listener or whatever, because he was like, oh my God. Because, you know, we're a lot of energy.
We ambushed him.
Yeah, he thought we ambushed him. So he was like, oh my God. And they were like, no, that's Lisa Evans, our weekend jock. She's doing middays. And I was just like, oh my God. But it did, I love you, DL, but it did kind of turn me off from you a little bit. Because I was literally in the radio, we were in the station hallway. We were not like outside. Like we were in the hallway. Like, bro, you know? Yeah, like, you know, I don't know that anybody was like,
we can't be
you ain't fine like that, brother.
We didn't break into the radio station to come chase you down.
Now, Morris Chestnut, on the other hand, now you can go ahead and assume, you understand, that chicks might be trying to come holla. You know what I'm saying? But no, that was so funny. So you've been some places with me, but this is your like first, like.
This is like my first time on camera with you.
Hey,
this is very exciting.
It's very exciting. We're gonna take over, like that other little family, but we got talent. I am so sorry because again, she can test this. I love them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually love them motherfuckers. I'm like, bitch, y'all came up in my industry and just motherfucking wrecked shit. I don't even understand. I don't understand how you came in and just wrecked it. You know what I mean? So hats off to you, the Dashians. You understand what I'm saying? So let's talk about what happened over the past year. So we started out with was that 2022 or was that 2021? I'm forgetting the Capitol issue. Was that this year? I feel like it was, or was that last year?
I think it was last year.
I think it was last year, right? I feel like so much has happened.
When they stormed the Capitol.
When they stormed the Capitol?
Last year. That was last year.
I feel like so much has happened that I no longer know what day it is.
It's all a blur because
what's
the
going
pandemic.
You know?
And then all the Black Lives Matter happened, and then all of the white folks started attacking government buildings for whatever reason.
Okay, thanks, baby. We have our producer in the back who's letting us know. I don't know what the hell he said, but he's checking and making sure everything's good.
I think he said it's 2022 now.
He
was letting
us know. It's 2022. Y'all need to get up on it. Get up on it. What you talking about? I appreciate that though. So you know what's funny though is that I actually had kind of said to myself, and I actually said it on the show too. I was kind of like, wouldn't it be great when I have like a producer or something like that, have a little team? You know what I mean? The fam.
And boom.
Bam.
We showed up. Things happened.
You know what I mean?
The universe.
Manifest that shit. You know what I'm saying?
The producer is coming to keep watching it.
Okay, but the producer has to be quiet.
The producer can't talk that much.
Producer can't be talking. Okay?
Unless sit down.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
You just watch. You gotta observe.
You ain't what's that dude from Regis? What's it for the morning Philbin? Whatever his name is. Wait, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about. What is that dude from the morning show? It's well I said Regis. I just realized Regis is long gone. Yeah, it's now the Kelly and Ryan show, but the producer, the Gilbert, whatever his name is, yeah, that's our producer. He wants to get up on the show. Anyways, speaking of getting up on the show, lots has happened in this past 2022. We had, of course, the activists that have been throwing food on the paintings. Have you seen some of those on the TikTok and everything? I was
going to say on TikTok, on Twitter, it's everywhere.
Like, my thing is that, did you guys not know that there was glass covering the paintings?
I was confused. I get, like, the theory behind it, but I don't think there was much thought put into it.
Right. You know, I'm not sure that they're really understanding. You didn't actually ruin it, but it did cause a lot of commotion.
Yeah, I'm sure people were upset.
Yeah.
But all the little Windex.
You know, and it did make some news, and we're talking about it. So, you know, there's that. There is also, of course, the Nick Cannon and
the football team he is creating.
I mean, yeah. I want to say that back in the day, before BC, before birth control, that this is what people was doing. Like, they was having 17, 20 kids, and it was like a normal thing to be happening. In 2022, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit like,
what's going on? And they're all around. They're coming out at the same time. They're all coming out, like, recently, at least in these last few months. You notice they're coming out like a month apart? They're like 2 or 3 came out just around the same few months.
The funny thing is that this is the type of stuff that has actually been happening in the hood for decades, right? It's just that usually the baby mamas do not come out, and they usually find out at the funeral that, you know, there was like a whole nother family. You know?
And this is just, we've got it all on social media. The Shade Room is keeping track.
And he's proud. So, I mean, and he's got the money. All of his incredible, you know, corporations and everything. All I gotta say is that if I was Mariah, though, you know what I mean? I would feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a part of me that feels like because he was mad that, now I am just guessing here. I'm just going to guess here. But I feel like they probably had a conversation about we should have some more kids. And she was like, oh, hell to the no. And then he was like, well, then I'm going to go have a whole bunch of babies.
With everybody.
With everybody.
Whoever will let me. I do feel like there was maybe a little bit more thanks Nick Cannon could have definitely gave to Mariah. Or maybe he's having all the kids, and maybe I'm going to be wrong for saying this, but I know him for the children. I do not know him for his music. I could not tell you a single Nick Cannon song.
Well, that's the thing that most of the talented comedians that he has on Wild 'N Out, that's what they point out a lot. But again, he's got money, he's doing the damn thing, and he's been creating crazy shows. Like Wild 'N Out is a crazy show. He's on the radio. He actually has a midday. Now, I'm not even gonna lie. When I saw this, I was like, no, he didn't. Usually people have like a morning show thing. This man got a damn midday show. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, in that case, I need to have a syndicated midday show. I'm just saying. Like, shoot, you know, I need some cast and character. We was just looking at the producer as they was, you know what I'm saying, just violating the set, acting like this ain't no damn set. Quiet on the set, sir. Quiet on the set, sir. Go sit in your producer's chair, sir. Sir, okay?
Producer chair is what gonna be here.
Yeah, you sit in there and be quiet.
Sit and you just observe.
Thank you, producer.
The producer's trying to cut.
Well, in some other crazy news, speaking of crazy, because I feel like this is a little crazy. The Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't even watch none of that because you didn't actually have to. I felt like you saw everything on Twitter. Like people was
everywhere.
they was giving real good recaps, you know. The part that I was here for was when he, I guess, said that she, you know, defecated on the other side of the bed.
Oh, it was my favorite.
That was definitely, you know, wow. That was must-see TV, apparently. But I didn't see it, so I guess I can't really say that it was must-see TV.
It was. I saw some parts of it on TikTok, and it was just great. Her getting caught up in all the lies, just live action.
Oh, she
like
really
that.
did lie?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
She was lying on. You didn't see the little coke thing. She.
Oh no, I
she
did
was
see
shaking,
some. No,
and then she
I
went
did see some
flag
videos of
and-
that.
Oh, I mean, did you think we weren't watching? I mean, we love Johnny Depp. Like,
Right.
I grew up on him. We love him. He's in every single Disney movie, Alice in Wonderland, Pirates of the Caribbean. We're all watching, and of course, we're all fangirling because we love him. Like,
Right. He is a very attractive man. I like that she said that they were fangirling because, of course, you know, my generation remembers him from 21 Jump Street. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie to you. If you see that there's now like a little what happened just now, that's because the producer has decided that, you know what I'm saying, the producer finna be fired.
I'm
You know
just
what I'm
saying. I'm just saying it's not working out.
Anyway. Oh my gosh. In some other news, we had, of course, Rihanna came back, right? That was a huge thing. She had her baby. Now, up for grabs, whether... now, here's the thing, right? Okay, so supposedly Hollywood Unlocked, you know, they released a picture of her child. And now when I looked online, I saw it in something else. It did have the Hollywood Unlocked thing on it.
Yeah, it was watermarked.
Right. He did it. He did a good job with that.
Mhm.
Right. But then of course I saw like TMZ the very next day, they had like the beach photo shoot thing, which made me just kind of like wonder, maybe he was right. So hats off to Riri for saying that she wanted to get the pictures out to Black media first. I would like for us to be considered Black media. Thank you very much. Just saying. You know what I mean? And some other, you know, we're not going to really touch too much onto it because it's too, it's volatile and it's like, and even though they said what they said, they don't say what they said. I think we both have like opinions on the situation. Now, of course, I'm talking about the whole Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation. The verdict has come in, And yeah, now of course I do not believe in violence against women whatsoever, but I do think that there's a little more to the story than what we know.
Yes.
And we're just gonna leave it at that because you know what I'm saying, I'm a working industry person. One of the stories that I do want to talk on real quick, and it's not necessarily my demo or anything like that, but we've kind of conversated on, and I did see this morning, I saw on Twitter, okay,
On Twitter.
which made me say, okay, wait a minute, hold on a second, I don't understand here, what's going on here, I don't understand this. Is it Krishan? Okay, Krishan and the Blueface situation. Okay, so what I had seen was a tweet from probably one of the blogs or whatever that had a picture of Blueface's mom sending her encouragement because he spent Christmas with his baby's mom and children. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Well, now I done heard about something about he done punched the daddy. You know what I'm saying? I saw pictures from when she was a track star to what she's looking like now. And I've seen some things when you pointed out the story to me, I went down the rabbit hole.
She is and she's an interesting woman. They're an interesting team.
Do you think they're trying to be the modern day Argentina?
I would say, I feel like they are trying to be not only like the modern day Argentina, like almost a modern day. Well, they're still relevant because they're still the Jersey Shore family reunion, but they're like a modern day Ron and Sam, but like escalated, or like the version of Ron and Sam that we didn't see, because I've fallen down a rabbit hole there too, and apparently they also got physical, but that's on Reddit, and that who knows.
Right. But I mean, it really is I'm wondering, because I do feel like, so back in like the 90s, right, when like the gangster rap was happening, it was kind of like, I felt like men were being very derogatory towards women. And it was like, you know, you almost didn't want to listen to rap because it was like derogatory, right? I feel like what's happened is like somehow, some way, it's like women have been like, okay, well, now we finna be that ride or die, down ass bitch that is just there for you. You know what I mean? And that's how we gonna prove our loyalty. And the men, them niggas, you know what I'm saying? They feel the same way. Is it because we know that not everybody's doing this, right? Like we know this, but we know there's a lot of domestic violence.
Here it feels like every time I open up Instagram, I am seeing another black male celebrity specifically being charged with domestic violence.
Yeah.
It's almost like at least once a week, I'm just seeing it.
Yeah.
It's so common nowadays.
Yeah. What do you think that narrative is about? Is it that maybe that because of social media, it's in our faces more? Or is it that, you know, because I'm not going to say that women are to blame, but I do believe that we have red flags. I've been in a domestic violence situation. And I believe that there's red flags that you see that you excuse. Like, you're just like, because, you know, whether the D is good or they got a little money, you know what I'm saying? They make you feel good. It's something.
And that's the crazy thing is I feel like a lot of the times, and half the time, especially with like black women and black couples, is it's not even that, because it's a broke nigga. They're living in her house. They're usually with the get rich quick schemes. It's that sort of a thing. It's like the type of nigga who's like is never working, but is never looking for a job. Is always looking for a way to make money that does not involve getting a job.
Right.
It's never even like, it's not as if it is that's a rich man. It's a nigga who's paying all your bills. It's not even as if it's that. It's bums.
Right. Well, because technically I do believe, I think that you're right, because hurt people, as they say, so to speak. You know, I think that if you had something going on for you, if you have your own dreams and aspirations and things that you're working towards in your own life, the last thing that you're going to do is attempt to like control another person and you know, and cause harm to them. You know what I mean? I also came across an article, a psychology article talking about the effects of after being with a psychopath, like the types of things that happen to people. And I just want to say this once or twice, maybe 3 times. It's not always women being abused by men. Sometimes there are women out there just doing the most to guys, right?
Absolutely.
So it does go both ways. So we do want to, make sure that we're clarifying on that. But I wanted to read to you and tell you what some of these things are. And again, we've both been in messed up situations,
yeah.
right? So we can
Definitely speak to it.
you know what I'm saying? So it says 5 of the consequences of dealing with a psychopath is you have emotional damage, which
Of course,
right? Biological. I'm not sure that people know that afterwards your digestive system can be messed up. The way that you think, your neural pathways in your brain, like just your heart rate, anxiety, depression, all of those things can come because of having to deal with a psychopath.
So
You know what I mean?
I could totally see that, because you have to be like hyper vigilant of their emotions, how they're feeling, what you're gonna say, when you can say it, how you can say it. It's essentially you're living your entire life on eggshells, because you have to worry about what's gonna happen if you do or say this or that.
One of the other things that they said that can happen is behavioral changes. I think afterwards you're just different. After having to deal with somebody like that, I say that that's something that I've noticed. Not putting your business out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I said that I've noticed in you. You know what I mean? The way that you were before and the way that you are now, like there's a difference. And it's not that you're going to be able to like go back to how you were, innocence, but you move on and you can regain it by doing some self-work and things like that. Cognitive changes, okay? So they're saying that basically what happens is like you really suffer from PTSD. You can have flashbacks. I still have flashbacks. Every once in a while, like I'll just be doing something and I'll have like a flashback of, something that was said or a situation that happened, and that could be really like,
I can definitely speak to the PTSD and maybe even like a general anxiety that you end up having, even like after you leave the situation, obviously. Like,
right.
I feel like I wouldn't say that I've gotten flashbacks, thank God, but more of a like, it's on your mind almost. Like it's like constantly in the back of your head, and you're almost having to constantly remind yourself that you're not there anymore. Like you're
Right.
not still currently, like that is not about to go happen. Like you are not
Right.
about to go walk into the door and you're with this man and you have to like worry about the situation. I'll definitely say like it is hard removing yourself from it.
It's a lot of work. I mean, it definitely can be done. As they say, if you do the work and stuff like that, and don't judge yourself so harshly, because they said that's like one of the biggest things that happens is that even though maybe we do some of the work so that we can kind of have some healing, but then the thing that gets left there is that self-judgment and self-hate that, well, how did I get myself there in that situation in the first place,
How was I there that long? Why didn't I leave? What's wrong with me?
Yeah. And I think that those are all subjects that are touchy and we don't necessarily want to have conversations about. I think more people are having conversations about it. But yeah, it's definitely an issue and something that we all need to like start being way more open with and being honest with each other about the things that we go through in this game of so-called, like love and romantic relationships, even, household situations, because you could still be going through that with a parent, with a loved one. You know what I mean? It's not just reserved for, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, and the lovers and things of that nature. So anyways, so we'll take a break for a hot second. We'll check the time and see what's going on with our producers. They're being a little too damn quiet. So I have a couple of stories for you and the random question and the nerd in me when we come right back. And we're back. Dun, 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 dun. I call this segment The Nerd in Me. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Look, she picks up real quick. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So the company iRobot, they do the Roombas, right? And so apparently they're coming out with the Series 17, a whole new fleet of the Roombas. Now, I personally, not down with that. However, a lot of people are. They enjoy not having to clean up their houses. And I totally get it. I get it, you know? So what's happened is MIT Technology Review is reporting that apparently there was a leak with some of the pictures and information that the Roomba got.
Oh.
Right.
What
You know what I'm
kind
saying?
of leak?
Well, let me tell you. So there's a lady who got caught on the toilet and her pictures ended up on Facebook.
So how much is she suing?
You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you rich now. You know what I'm saying? You about to get paid. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously. So it's this is such craziness. Apparently, they're now going to terminate the relationship that they had with that company, but and they're trying to figure it out because these are people who actually knew that they had video camera. Again, I don't like. There's a part of me that I'm like, what? That this just is letting you know where they're going, guys. Okay. Like,
I'm a little confused. Why are we recording anyway?
you know, like, I don't understand why does your vacuum need to have a camera on it?
Vacuuming.
You know, like,
I had like some sort of like sensor system, so when it bumps into walls, not a recording system.
Yeah, no, an actual video recording system. Now, here's the thing: it's supposedly, allegedly, I'll say no. I guess so. They say iRobot is saying that these are people who signed consent forms. So they knew that these Roombas had videos on it. The problem is that the company that they were using somehow leaked the pictures to Facebook.
Why Facebook? It wasn't even just leaked to just Google or something. It was Facebook.
I wonder if it was a Facebook employee.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because that's very interesting.
Yeah, something a little deeper to that story right there. So the Series 17, folks, be careful. I don't know if it's out yet, but be careful. You know what I'm saying? Girl. My dad and my stepdad were both computer programmers, so technology is something that is very interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to keep your eyes on that because, you know, they be doing things.
Mm-hmm.
They be doing things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things. Another thing that is thinging, so NASA is finally reporting that they have seen 2 exoplanets with water on them.
Oh, so I wonder how long it'll be until they're out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Until they're trying to get us out there. Because wasn't the last episode of Random Ish or the one before that, you were talking about the hotel in space?
Yeah, yo! Japan is not playing. China ain't playing either. You know what I'm saying? They try to have the little have a place that they can just you just shoot yourself up and you just hanging out in space. And I mean that's actually kind of cool. I mean I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Like that would be kind of cool. But my whole thing is okay. So if they found planets and they say that they got water on them, that means the aliens is coming next, right?
Mm-hmm.
The disclosure is coming.
You won't tell me that there's water there, but there's no life. Because obviously, if there's water, there's got to be oxygen, right?
So they're saying that they don't think that life probably exists because it's too hot. But I was watching something on one of the social media, and it was showing that they had, I think it's Hawaii. Matter of fact, I think it was Hawaii, that they went and did this deep dive, and there's a volcano that is actually erupting, and they finally went down there. I think they were looking at maybe the sulfur. They wanted to find something, and they found life. Like there was sharks and a mud shark or something like that. Like there were sharks actually living above this heated water. So, so we ain't buying it, yo. You know what I'm saying? I personally think it's just they creeping. Yeah. They creeping towards it. They like, we gonna tell them we found a planet with water. And then in 10 years, they go, okay, yeah, there's some aliens. We done seen it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we seen it. Okay. So let's get into it because we are way over time. I will let you do the honors, ma'am. Here you go. It's our random question here. Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh, very interesting. How do you cut out negative people?
Oh, snap. Woo! Okay, so you start being more positive, right? Right? So usually what happens when you have a negative Nelly in your life and you're all positive Patty, you like the way I'm being all like corny like that? what happens is usually they can't take your ass no more. You know what I mean? You too Pollyanna. You too, you know what I'm saying? You too whatever. You know what I mean? So that's the way that I, again, I'm not, you know, cutting people off, I think is a harsh thing to say or do. I think that we outgrow people. You know what I mean? Maybe we don't hang out as much. Maybe we're not like in each other's lives as much, but I still love you. I just love you from over there. Yeah, I hit them with a bunch of positivity because they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? What about you? What do you do?
Well, you have a much more mature way than I do.
I'll tell them to go to hell.
I would definitely say I used to go off on them.
Right.
But now I'm a little bit of an avoider. I'll just stop responding. I'll stop answering the phone. We will speak less. Maybe we'll speak like once in a while. Kind of depends on where their status was in my life. If it was like an acquaintance, because I don't really like to think that I have a lot of friends.
Right.
So to speak, I know some people.
Right.
But yeah, I just kind of separate myself. I just kind of scoot back from people, just back it up a little bit.
Back it up.
If they notice, I'm busy. Like I'm just, I'm living life. I got 2 kids.
I was just about to say, girl, you got the perfect excuse. I got 2 kids,
and
girl.
They're young. They're both under 5. I just don't have time.
I'm busy. Boo, I got kids. You know what I'm saying? And it lately has been my excuse too. Anyway, so we're going to get on out of here. You have a wonderful rest of your whatever the heck day, night, whatever is going on, whenever you're seeing this, because it's on demand. And check out the other episodes. And guess what? We'll be back more often. Hey!